God bless you and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or shalom to anyone that this message comes to. This is a special request that I'm making for this next generation coming. By God's grace, I have been in helping young people, youth, those who have been neglected by their fathers, some parents been left around and they don't have any place to go to. We have been able to raise them to get to higher education and help them to excel in life. Now, I've done so many projects that are so amazing. There is not one single person that comes through our mission who did not study, gave the chance to study for university, or even when they finish to find their line of jobs to do what God wants them to do and they love to do. All these things are so amazing things. Now I'm going to just go back to we're starting a new training and courses, but this is directed to the youth and the next generation. But at the same time, this course is not for just the youth. It helps all ages and all groups. And this course came out of a training that I got in a journey, a spiritual journey, where years ago my mom said something to me that she got trained to read and speak even English when she hasn't gone to very far. She was very good in mathematics, but she was able to read, and this came by in the night. An angel comes to teach her. Mom is very, very smart, and the pastor that as they're working with doesn't understand the local dialect. But then he's an Irish man who came down as a missionary, and she really served him, my dad. But God was teaching her in a dream. And the evidence was there because she could communicate more powerfully. She communicates with president's levels and all. God uses her to speak to people in all aspects of life and gives them informations of what God wants the generation to know. It's not like these days when everybody just wakes up, says, I'm a prophet, and they become prophets of dooms and say all manner of things to people to destroy their lives rather than making them move into realms that will build them. Prophecy is to encourage and lift. It's not to destroy. Every prophetic word that God says, his intention is to make us better. So I went through a spiritual journey, very complicated, because I don't like sounding too spiritual, because the world in which we're in do not believe too much in the deep things of God, because spiritual things are discerned spiritually. But in similar thing happened to me in a journey of training, and when I wake up, I'm able to make all my notes. And the Lord told me that for me to be able to manifest anything, to work on earth, it has to be completed in the spiritual realm. So I went through that training, and then when I graduated, then the Lord says, now you can go and teach others. Now, what this topic is that's going to help everyone, include mothers, fathers, grown-ups, but we're going to gear towards the youth, and I'm going to do this for the youth. It's a full course that one can register on and come on. My aim is to is what I've named self-management course, and the level 1 talks about explore the true you. Explore the true you. That's I'll give you very detail of how to explore the true self. There's a you and there is a you. And the second is find the second person in you. There is a second person in you and there is a true you. And these two must have a dialogue. You have to know the true you and the second person. There is none of them bad, but they have to help each other. Sometimes you sit down and you say, look, come on, Gideon, wake up, Gideon. Why? Who is talking to who? That scenario is very true. There is you, the true you, and there is the second person in you. We will study on how you will know the true you, the second person in you. Now, then we will also study on build a relationship between the true you and the second you. The second person who lives inside you. You will build a relationship. I'll be talking, that's the level 1. Also, you will create a new language with your own definition. Everybody needs your own language with your own definitions of how you define things. And that is a very symbolic thing which I learned spiritually. You would like to know that. Believe me, how you have said, the certain sentences are said and you have your own meaning to it. And because you have your own language and you know the meaning of the words that comes out, you can easily identify who is speaking and who is not speaking. So, like Peter was saying something to Jesus, that he shouldn't go and die, and Jesus says, get here, and Satan. Because Jesus has his own language. He understands his own language, and he understands when people talk where he's coming from. So you got to create your own new language, and I'm going to help you in this course to know your own language. Young people of this age need this. Now, also give yourself a new name. Give yourself a new name. Everybody born on this earth, somebody named you. Somebody named you according to what they felt, what came to their head. You don't really know. Maybe great names, maybe challenging names, like something like Ichabod. And, when the glory has departed, so many different names. But in managing your, having a self-management within you, you got to be in charge. You are the manager. You are the director, you are the manager, and you have supervisors. That is, we will talk about the supervisors later. So you got to give yourself a new name. And it's part of the course you're going to study. Then we will have a workshop and feeling good exercises. Believe me, the challenges and the peer pressure of this generation really need this. The level 2, you explore your divine connection with your surrounding. Everybody, you are more divine than you think. So there's a divine connection in your surrounding that is so powerful that one must discover. To discover it, you have to explore it. And these things are things that it's so practical when you are taught how to begin to engage with your divine connection and your surrounding. You begin to see results and you'll be amazed. It's part of level 2. And also find out how you can communicate with your surroundings. It is something that sometimes is hard to let people understand, but it works. And in all these classes and the course that you're going through, you do practicals for yourself, and you will know that it is really true that you can actually communicate with your surroundings. Jesus talked to the sea like and the storms as if they were humans. They can hear, and they heard. Jesus says that if man refuses to praise him, he will turn the stones. He will tell the stones to wake up to praise. Stones can hear. You know, you just look at the fig tree and say you are not producing. You know, when you don't produce in your season, you cut off, the next day is gone. You know, so it is just a matter of understanding the principles behind it. I went through all this course in the time in the spiritual realm. When I go to sleep, I go on this course, and I've been doing them, and God only gave me the ability to now come and teach the youth. My main thing, but grown-ups, there are a lot of things going on that you need to know to help yourself, to help your environment. So then train your ear to only respond to progress and support. You know, the Jesus Christ says that be careful what you hear. Take heed what you hear. There's a programming. If you program yourself to train yourself to your ears to only respond to progress and support, there are so many things that people will say that even you will not hear them. Because if it's not progress, it won't enter. If it's not support and lifting you, it won't enter. Everything progress, everything supports, you can train your ears to hear them. And these are very deep things that this course is going to do to the next generation to change things, because there's so much pressure out there. Now, also, finding the course is finding 1 hour a day by yourself, giving feedback to yourself. I told you are two in one. There is the true you, and there is the other person that is you. So you give yourself, well, by this time you have known how to do that. So you find 1 hour every day. Give yourself feedback to your own self with phone off, no distractions by anyone. We'll train you how to do this, that when you are going to take your 1 hour off, all your loved ones who matters, who may be looking for you for any reason, you let them know that you are in a quiet place for 1 hour. You will come back to them. You let them know before, so no one gets worried. You or might not get worried. You are quite cool and enjoying yourself. And that will make a huge difference in your life. So then, workshop and practice. That will end the second session. Now, the third level is coaching diploma, self-management. It's the third part that helps you to be able to also coach yourself. And when you are coached, you can coach others. You become a coach. It's a diploma. And it's first how to program your calm to be calm. You program your calm within you to be activated when anger is stirred up. It's very powerful. You can program yourself that the calm is ready, that anytime that anger is triggered, calm will be activated immediately. So you be calm. So before you realize you're calm, anger is a very huge thing. And gosh, I've been through when I was growing up, and the experiences that move me from one end to the other end, it's all loaded. And I'll let you know, but there's a way to program yourself, your calmness within you, to be activated anytime that anger is dead. Anger will be happening everywhere. People can make you very angry. So the calmness stays up and you become a superhero. Now, how to use your emotions positively. Emotions are good, but we have to be able to direct it positively. And all these things will be adding to your life. It's a course, that's the diploma, there's a coaching course. And how to control your brain consciously. Everybody think that your brain is what tells you what to do, but you can think for your brain. You can tell your brain what to do, and these exercises are very powerful. You can tell your brain how to you consciously do certain things that will let the brain act in some parts kind of ways. There is a parts there are neurons in your brain that always, every one of them, they've got what they do. And areas where there's action, the neurons move there. When there's inactivity, it just moves to where there is activity. So you'll be trained to let the brain actually act the proper way that you want it, because it will show you the functions of how anything that you do, what brain will also react to. You don't react to your brain, you let your brain react to you. There is a you, that's why I say there is the real you and there is the next person that is you. So that's consciously control your brain. You can control your brain. That's very powerful. Then learning on how to diffuse tension. When there is tension, there is a lot of problems. Tension can cause commotion. Tension can cause commotion. So we will also train you on how to diffuse tension. As soon as you see tension in your home, you have to diffuse it. At workplace, in your relationship with your friends, you will automatically find a way to diffuse it. Sometimes it will take you aback, but because of that training that you got, it will come to your mind. Before you leave any environment, any tension that is accrued will be diffused. This is very important for all people. Now, the next thing is conscious decision to produce joy into your environment. There's a conscious decision to produce joy into your environment. This kind of this course, part of it is amazing. It is what brings you favor. It is what makes you rich. It is what makes you get things that you want to get. If you can bring joy into any environment that you get to, you'll be automatically favored. The joy, there are so many ways to bring joy into an environment where you enter. When people begin to find out, because you've already studied on your divinity and your environment. So in applying that, you see that when you're conscious of learning on practicing joy wherever you go, you see that every time you get to a place, when there is no joy, joy comes there, and people will even pay you to come to meetings because of that. And we need this for our young people, to diffuse all the demonic things and all the actions and all the stories and social media negativities that are really hitting them. And the negativity of this world saying it's too hard here, we can't make it. When you can produce joy, you are producing the most wonderful service and people will pay for it. Then, how to never feel guilty by other people's opinion. This lesson will help you. If you are convicted in your spirit, it's better than you are feeling guilty. Guilt is from the negative world. It's not from the divine. It's from the negative world. The divine one that brought us here, that is so wonderful and super wonderful. He doesn't make you feel guilty ever. You can be convicted in your spirit, but not to be guilty by other people's opinion. Other people's opinion is causing a lot of issues with so many young people today. And I want you to learn these courses and make sure that your life turns around. You become a beautiful person, no matter how. I visit the prisons and I've talked to young people who have been involved in shooting and all sort of things, and they have turned to God because of certain lessons that they got, that they redefined themselves, and they've loved God since they left the prison. Some are still there, but they're more joyful in their lives. Their joy is not in anything. They have found a purpose for their life. They are using their talents where even they are. So I believe that this course is going to help people. Now, why have I sent you this? Whoever I've sent you this to means that you are somehow connected to me, or somebody who is connected to me has connected you to me, because connections make a big deal. I'm going to get this course going, and seriously speaking, it's going to cost me thousands of pounds to run this course. Why? Because the young people who are not in the position to pay for this course, to send it to them and run it is a lot. It's a lot. I have to get quite a number of people involved in from my partners, and also those who actually are in the professions. They are on my board, in the academics and in area of psychologists. I need to get them, and those in theological thinking and philosophers, and depending on every person's need when they are studying this course, they may need a qualified person to speak to them in addition to what we are doing. And most of the workshops, I'll get people invited to come and give their talks and their questions time. So it's going to cost quite a lot to get all this setup going. We have really done all the foundation, but I want to give this course for free to all the young people, the youth. I don't want them to pay anything. They are this course to help the next generation, but also to help the present generation who are here, like yourself. Every one of you hearing me, I want you to make a donation. I want you to seriously make a donation to this course, specifically to help these young people, to get them to learn. I have one figure that I always talk about, that because I'm Gideon, I always talk about 300, which 300 for those who, most of my gold members, they give 300 or more. Some people give me 1,000. So it depends on how you go. But 300 is one of the things that my gold members, they actually sow for me to give all my books for free, my music for free, and it has gone to bless so many people. Those of you that know this, worldwide during the pandemic, I produced a lot of music for send it out for people feeling good, and we created a kind of online parties and all that, and all for free. My aim and mission is to make sure that those who do not have will have. I'm not one of the pastors who put money in the bank and accrue and I say I'm a millionaire. I'm not one of them. Thank God, God has blessed me so much, and I don't keep money because it has to go. It always is on mission. It's on something. People being fed. We are having our young people who are orphans graduating. We help them from very young till now. Some are being sponsored in universities, and there is no need to accrue money and look at it and I don't believe that's any true believers should be looking at money for people to suffer. I don't believe in that. There is a word that I'm going to talk on that separately, but I want you to sow that seed. You want to be a gold member, you get all my books for free, and this course, I will personally take you through the course and make sure you get full grasp of it and get your certification and everything, and also so that you can also use it to coach others, to bless others. That is the brilliant part of it. By the time anyone finishes this course, they will have their own life story that is published, that the world can read, somebody can read experiences and be blessed. That's what we are looking towards. So 300 to be a gold partner. Apart from £300 as a gold partner, we have the platinum and the rest, but I'm sticking to 300 and saying, those who can, please do. If you want to do more, please do. Again, if you are not going to be a gold partner and you want to give any amount that you can afford, please give it. You will see all this on the screen, all the information on where to send the money on the screen. Please do, and send it to your friends to support. We will always, as we always give you feedback on what we have done, we're going to give you feedback. And those who do not qualify for gold membership of the platinum, you will still get the course. You will still get this course. I'm going to make sure that you go through the course, right? Like the gold members, there's going to be a more personal direct contact with you. And then, most of you who have been in gold, I make sure that I'm always around and making sure. That's because you put in a little more effort. Money is the next God to God. People can give you money, they really love you to give you money. So don't take anybody for granted if they can give you money. Money is next. When God is not there, so many people even love money than God. That's why if somebody can give you your money to advance anything or buy something, to just appreciate them. It's very important. So I'm looking forward to donations, and I pray that God will bless you as you donate, as you give. Don't keep your money in your bank and let other young people suffer or people suffer around. And tomorrow when you are not there, somebody uses it anyhow. Please donate to our mission for the young people to learn this. They can learn and go forward. I've got a lot of examples which I will show you from all the young people who have been blessed through our Ministry of Education. And myself, I've trained all my children to graduate. I have doctors, I've got lawyers, I have physiotherapists, I've got solicitors, I've got educators, I've got social workers, I've studied all the areas of study. You have theologians who, a lot of these young people come to us and they actually make it into a high class in their education. So please, I'm asking you, this video is for you to fund this project. The project itself is ongoing, not going to already the places that we want to get it around the world. Already we are talking of about 850,000 already, with the demarcation of places where we are looking to reach at the moment. And we are believing God that we will get this message throughout the world. We will touch the whole African continent, the Caribbean continent, and then the other continents around the world. The young people who are missing out in life, they will find some good self-management that will make them feel wonderful. Believe me, they will take over the future because of this divine management course. God bless you. God bless you, and keep the fire burning. I'm looking forward to your donations. Shalom.